Hello, my name is Mordred Viking, and I'd like to welcome you to episode 17 of this Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 with the 24 custom casters, and we are currently playing as Prussia. In the previous episode, we rejigged our alliances slightly. We did eventually get rid of Jilic because they were just dragging us into too many wars over here in France, and we have instead allied with Suzdal, who's a far more powerful friend. We are currently at war with Prussia alongside our allies in Polcaster. They were weirdly splitting up their armies. And we're just basically sieging them down at this stage. We're out of manpower. In fact, our army is kind of tiny. But we have given them a rather bloody nose. The Scania army has somehow managed to land. But we still have like 40,000, 55,000 men here to their 25. So yeah, we are way ahead of them in terms of total number of troops here. And we are just waiting for these sieges to run out, because we're going to let Polcaster do the majority of the fighting. So you are going here and you're going to reinforce, aren't you? Yes, you are. Is there anything I can do, realistically? I can send 6,000 men, but it's a long way around, because this castle's in the way. You really need to get these guys into the action. So that siege is almost done. Let's see if we can get there soon enough. I kind of doubt it, though. They are holding on. So all we're coming with is artillery, really. No, not going to happen. Oh, you're coming to me now? Oh, I really hope not. That would be very, very frustrating. Let's group you together. Consolidate. Wow, we could really do with more infantry. We just need more men. Full stop. Oh, you're coming to me now, aren't you? And you're going to slaughter us because our front line's not... Oh, no, it is big enough. Nope, you are going south. Block has made peace with Mordred. My peace. You do seem somewhat scared to come after me, don't you? Ah, there's Polcaster up there. Polcaster there. So we do have a bit more of a grouping of troops up here. Mordred and Huncaster have made peace. Everyone was going after Huncaster in the previous episode. I don't really know why. They're just weak at the moment or something. It's only Autocaster left. Autocaster has big rebel problems. We are still on high. Prussia is now at medium. This is the reconquest of Wisna, sorry. So I'm really hoping to get like some of these provinces at least, and whatever Polcaster can have the rest. That's fine by me. Really need Memel to fall. Well, they gave up on Reval. Really, you gave up on it? It was like 28% done. Ah, AI is stupid sometimes. Now are you coming after me? Nope. You should come over here and reinforce. You know, this is where the sieges are going on. Suzdal has declared war on Buzuluk, whoever they are. Ooh, big fight. Step forward. Yeah, big step forward. Interesting. Okay. What is the contribution like right now? 68, 30, really? Only 31? I am somewhat surprised by that. Okay, so you are sitting next to me now in case they do come for us. You are just sieging down some of these areas, which is kind of annoying. But we still own the fort there. Oh, come on, Memel, let's go, let's go, let's go. They're stealing all the land that I wanted. Oh, we can go military tech. Except, oh no, we are behind timers, in fact. Let's do it. A little bit risky changing in the middle of a war, particularly because it's the infantry, and that will really hurt your morale. But at this stage, I think I want free shooters. Morale is not an issue for me. I do lots of morale damage to them, plus I do the extra damage. Tercio is good for the shock resistance, but no, I'm going to go all out damage at this stage. I do usually have a lot of manpower, it's just I've been fighting so many wars in a row that I do not currently. Let's group, consolidate, split, go. Throwing in another 5,000, he's got another 10,000. We should win this fight. I think my troops may make the difference here. Trying to pause there so I can consolidate before we actually arrive. We did. Yeah, not sure. Yeah, we made it. Oh, come on, show me the fight. We may win this just because we arrived just in time. Memel's done. Just throw these guys in. As soon as they arrive, it's definitely game over. You just need to hold until we get there. And there's not many of you. There we go, we've arrived. Game over. Cool. Let's group you, consolidate. Let's go take this place. Oh, you're retreating here. Stack wipe. Haha! That's the Scania army gone. Wow, that was 10,000 artillery. Yikes. Okay, that was a big fight, actually, winning that. And Housecaster is doing an excellent job taking Riga. Let's go and give this to Polcaster, because I don't really want it. Do I really need Ortelsburg? You're Prussian, so you are Germanic. I'll keep it. They can have these northern provinces. Let's go to Goldingen, which is an awesome name. I think at this stage we can turn speed up very slightly. I also need to start working with my diplomats a little more, because they are currently not doing anything. Do we have fabrications on everyone around us? I know we currently have a regency, but this is the time to do these fabrications. We don't on you, so we definitely want Lüneburg. You should be fabricated upon. You are. I'm not fabricating on you. I can't on you because we're fighting. I can, however, on Oberlausitz. I'll take Niederlausitz, although I'm fairly sure Polcaster wants it, but, you know, just in case. Just take a look what I'm actually after at this stage. Okie dokie. Taken that, let's give it to Polcaster. And we'll go after Reval, I guess. Whoa, that's a long way around. And we can't get Gotland because their navy is way bigger than ours. That's fine. Oh, there's the new Scania army marching all the way around. Thurcaster has cancelled military access. We're rivals, so not... Are we rivals? No, we just hate each other, yeah. Because you suck as an ally. Aha, Montferrat will cede even more territory. This is excellent. Weak Emperor is good. And you're ceding land to Mirtacaster. I don't have an alliance with you anymore, do I? Ooh. Ooh. And my ruler has just come of age. How interesting. Oh, I can get an alliance with you. Yes, please. Because you look like an amazing ally. And I'll improve relations with you as well. One other little trick which sometimes works. So if you go into this peace menu and then you actually say, I want this territory, the AI will sometimes actually give it to you because you've kind of said, I want this. So I'm just going to leave it like that and close it, and then the AI should give me some of those provinces because they kind of know that there is a treaty. I don't know if that's actually a thing or if I'm totally making that up, but I have seen them reward me with territories in that way before. I can repay a loan, really? Wow, I'm still making money. Oh, it's probably because of loot. Bamberg, no longer in religious issues. Where's my army at this stage? Up here, okay. New trade, research is heretical. I'll take the Diplo hit because prestige is still important. And Outcaster should still be... Here they are. What can I, like, integrate them? 1574. Long way away. Oh yeah, because they had the war against us, of course. Could actually reduce their liberty side by 10% for 10% of their monthly income. I think that is a permanent 20% as well, which is quite nice. But so long as they're below 50, it's fine. Okay, we've arrived at Reval, though they are actually trying to... Wait, is someone else already sieging it? Yeah, Polcaster is. So I don't need to stay here. I'm going to go back home. I've done my bit. I'm just going to regenerate my troops and wait until you fight them to a standstill. Though we do still need to take down Scania. You know what? Can I get through Jutcaster? Probably not. No. I just don't really want to take any more casualties because I've taken enough. My army is very weak right now, and I really need to build it up, particularly as I have rebels coming through. Is that from war exhaustion? Yeah. Get Diplotech again. We have a claim on Lumberg. Wait, that's East Frisia? Man, they're massive. And they're threatened by us. That's hilarious. I'm going to go for Stade. Starred probably. And we can get Diplotech, which we probably should because we are at -15. It gives us extra trade efficiency, which is nice. More settlers, but I couldn't really care about that. We are still getting admin ideas. Buzzlook will seed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, geez, 12, 13 provinces. You're a good ally to have, Suzdal. The new Russia, for sure. Are our enemies getting troops together to fight us? No, not really. Okay, our army is now home. I'm going to stick you in the middle of the country. I'm going to take down the forts that I currently have active. I'm going to reduce you to 1/3 maintenance. And there we go. Otto, oh no, it's Huncaster, never mind. So Ottocaster has taken a bit more territory. They are now one nation, which I don't think they were before. We have another ruler. I don't think anyone said they want their name. Wow, this is a good one. 525. Man, these monarchs are so much better than Republican ones. That's a 12 points against a Republican 6. Jeez. Okay. Another name I quite like. Voldemar. And I think I'm going to go and kill that 5.3 because I do not want them sieging down the stuff I've captured. So onwards. March. Stop and stop, actually. You kind of have to. No, go, 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 go. Damn. But we kind of had to wait because we needed the morale. We should still absolutely thrash them because we outnumber them so heavily. There we go, stack wipe. Consolidate. Leave a man behind. We'll stay in Stolp and then we will... Third maintenance once again. Yes, I know I'm at war with low maintenance, but that's totally fine by me. I just really, really want Danzig. We can give Riga to Polcaster. Whoops. How's our contribution? 35%. We have got a claim on Oblastitz. Let's go and claim the other one. Not being caught very often. And we need another man here. Consolidate. Let's just split out 1,000. Because there's less than 1,000 men here, so that's never actually going to be captured. You need at least 1,000 men in a province to capture it, even if there's no fort. So there we go. We have now got Brandcaster. We have just gone up in... Oh, that's admin. Yeah, I would actually... It's just getting another idea group, which I don't need at all. We might be getting some cores, though, so I'm going to hold off on getting that, although getting possible advisors... here we go. We did. We got 2 territories from that. Excellent, including the fort. That's brilliant. Okay, so Polcaster accepted peace with Prussia. Prussia will cede Danzig and Marienburg to us, and Traken, Chimatin, Mitau, Krauen and Wisnau to Polcaster. They'll pay money, 48 of which we get 16. This has actually been an excellent war for us. Good, I'm happy with that. And they owe us 12 favours because we fought in a battle war for them. So, brilliant. Good result. And that means that we need to regenerate our war exhaustion, which is not actually that high, and then core these two. And Danzig is massive because it's a really big trade node, and it will allow us to control a lot of the trade here in the Baltic, so we can shove trade into Lubeck, which in fact we definitely should start doing. Okay, Berkers lose 10 loyalty. You should be at 50, so that's not much of an issue. Trade efficiency is not very nice, but I want to get the prestige, to be honest. And then we got a free fort as well, which is fantastic. Okay, so first things first, turn off the forts. No, military. Off, yes. And then we just need to allow some of the war exhaustion to tick down, and we can do some conversions while we wait. Whoa, that's a long time. That's a really long time. Ah, it's because they're really high development provinces, of course. So we now have 23% of the trade here. So we need to move one of these guys over to it. So currently we have 57 here and 64. So Rhineland, we're going to recall you. I'm going to put you in the Baltic instead. As soon as you arrive, there you go. You. Right. Immoral prices. Burkers lose loyalty and influence. A whole ton of rebels. Wow. Or money. Now, I'm kind of okay with you reducing your loyalty, to be honest. And your influence is pretty high. How long until I can do Diplo support? 13 years. Do that. It does mean we'll have rebel issues from that, but we're going to have rebels regardless, so we just need to make sure we have a strong standing army when they do appear. Oh, and the other thing we can do is give estates, which will actually give them loyalty, because both of these... Oh, no, wait. Well, Danzig kind of should be Burkers, but Marienburg I think I might actually give to the nobility. The reason I say that is because Danzig is a trade centre, so we can get a lot of trade from it pushing into Lübeck. Marienburg is not in the Lübeck node, so I don't care about it as much. So yes, Danzig is going to the Burkers, and they are going to get quite a lot more loyalty. And then you are going to the nobility. Because I want to build up the nobles. The nobles need to be stronger, and in fact I could take one of these off of the nobility now. In fact I could take two of them off the nobility. So I may take Rostock and Coburg off of the nobles and give them to the Burkers instead. There we go. So we're slowly but surely building up the Burkers here on the coastline, which is where we want them to be, and pushing out into the rest. So we now have 41% of this node. 41 with only 3 trade ships. It's huge because we have so much of this, like for the Burkers, and built up with we have Hamburg, we have Lübeck, and we have Stettin. So that's 3 of the major ones. Only Sieland's the trade or sound toll, which we don't have yet, and that was actually huge. It's a plus 20. Plus we now have Danzig pushing trade in, so instead of the, what was it, 1.4, we're now pushing 2.2 into Lübeck, so Lübeck node is now worth more, it's now worth 14. Still very low compared to some of the others. 21 in the English Channel, 31 in Genoa. Genoa's always huge, but it's pretty close to what Venice is getting. So yeah, it's not too bad. And as Prussia expands, we will of course expand the amount of money in Lübeck. It is our home node. And are we actually collecting here? Thanks. Hang on. What is our trade centre? Right, yeah, Berlin is the trade centre, so yes, Lübeck is our trade centre. You know what I'm saying. It's where our money is. Only 2 loans. Sweet. We're paying those off pretty quickly. How's the war exhaustion? Well, our armies is unfortunate. Get another tech. Admin. Nope, we're saving that. I think we could, however, start focusing on admin because we need more of it. Though we do have a level 6 admin guy right now, which is huge. And we have a 5 coming in after. So it's really military, which we're going to be low on. So I'm happy focusing on military. Because that means we can keep on boosting the manpower development in this area. And give us a larger and larger force limit and manpower pool. See, we already have 52,000 manpower without quantity ideas in just this area. Aristocracy gives us some, yeah, 25%. Another. Oh, speaking of fabrications, we can now begin thinking. Oh, damn it! They got an alliance with Prussia. Would that break Prussia's truce if they joined that war? No. It would, however, allow us to go to war with Prussia again and just nab some more of their territory, which is unbelievably tempting. Although we do have a lot of aggressive. Well, we have a lot of aggressive expansion. Yeah, we should not do that just yet. We're actually in danger of getting a few coalitions. Like 51 here, Scania could join one. Except they have a truce with us. I don't think they can join while they have a truce. Prussia could definitely. Polcaster's not far off. Plock could. So we are going to continue fabricating. We start fabricating some more on there because we actually have a sea zone in common now, so we can claim all of these. Which would be rather than... Oh, we can claim a lot. Road we'll start with. And this is not HRE, so we can take it. Just straight up take it. And that's really where like Brandenburg and Vanilla does strongly, is if they can push east. They do have to get through the Poland, Lithuania, but if they can push east and then get a lot of territory and then use that as a basis to build up their power block here in Germany. We renewed a loan, that's unfortunate. There's war exhaustion, it's ticking down. We do still have a diplomat. Whoa, we need to improve relations with you really badly. I'm kind of surprised they've not broken that alliance yet. It's only plus 39. The other thing, can I start annexing Magdeburg? Once I've finished with you. Yes, I can. Okay, interesting. So as soon as you've done your thing. East Frisia, marvellous. We'll start annexing Magdeburg. Go. And that will be the last of our vassals, and then at that point we will finally actually be at our relationship limit. And we can start thinking about more vassals. We're certainly thinking about Holstein as a vassal. Possibly Hanover? We'll see. Army is recovering nicely. We're only 5,000 short. In fact, our force limit's undoubtedly gone up. Oh yeah, it's gone up a lot actually, so we can expand that military. A couple of truces have just ended. We've got really strong allies. Suzdal, Polcaster and Mittercaster. That's brilliant. And of course Mittercaster is kind of... It's a lot stronger than its size would give you, because it has Tyrol. And Tyrol is really, really valuable, because it's a gold mine. And actually many of these provinces are actually quite good. And it has northern Italy, which is also... No, you have Milan. Yeah, okay, you have a huge amount of money right there. Which is kind of shown by the size of your army. We have a claim against Prussia. We should start on another claim. Right, so we've got Osterode. Let's get Ermland. Are we ready to do the coring yet? I think we probably are. Yeah, 2%, that's fine. So, well, we have a 54% overextension. We really need to core these. And this is why I was saving the money, because these high development provinces are really expensive to core. So this has really put us behind in admin. Especially as we are also doing innovative ideas right now. Noble rebels. That's a bunch of noble rebels. Okay, we'll have to fight them off. Raise maintenance. Wow, that's a big negative. Why is that such a big negative? Ah, because we're reinforcing. So it's going to be one tick of super expensive, and there in fact is the enemy army. They are both in... Could do that. And actually winning the fight here will increase our morale to full, and then we'll bump off Neumark. If we get there in time. Go, 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 go. Don't really want to retake it. Oh, come on. One day. One day. It's annoying because I get the rebel separatism thing. But yeah, squish. And now we get the increased morale because we want to fight, which should lead to another squish. And actually we're going from Stettin, because we're not crossing a river, into Neumark. And Neumark is forest, so we're just getting the one penalty, which is fine. We can deal with one. So yeah, just one. We have way more morale. Same tactics. Discipline carries across. It's just morale that's different. I don't like that they get your discipline. I really don't like that. But we did just completely crush them. So we are going to split you in half. Send the other half over here. Do we actually have a second general for you? And we can grab another general. I think we should. You're rubbish. You're even worse. Tradition's not that high. One more. none of you are particularly good, to be quite honest. Alright, one more. There we go. You're the general. We'll get rid of the others. Oh, once we've capped it. We'll get rid of the others now so we don't have to paper them. So you can go. You can go. Just get rid of them all. Keep these two, because you have a 2 siege, 5 maneuver, so you'd actually be really good at sieging stuff down. Which we may want in the future, I don't know. We can also reduce maintenance back to there. Okay, we're in control. Let's go and give you that general, this guy. We have 2 excellent generals once again. Another really strong reason to have high army tradition is that like your general skill is entirely dependent on army tradition. There is a formula for it, but I forget what it is. And likewise, your king and heir is partially their military skill and partially army tradition. So you can get some really, really strong warrior kings if you have a high army tradition and high military. Lose mercantilism or lose diplo power. With more loyalty for the Burkers. Man, they're getting like triple whammied right now. Fine, I'll take it. At least it's not influence. Like extra revolt risk I can deal with. Influence is much more difficult. I really want to go after you. Like Prussia must be super weak at this point. Because they've just been like heavily beaten in the war. Oh, I'm waiting for the revolt risk, aren't I? Not revolt risk, aggressive expansion. Yeah, you've only have 12,000 men total. 7,000 your army. It's pathetic. We would utterly crush them. Montferrat's been reduced in size somewhat. Jülich's still clinging on somehow. Suzdal has, oh dear, internal conflicts. That's not good. That means they're going to get a load of rebels, which they'll have to fight off. Polcaster with 61 prestige. He's 26. Wow, Castor, 60-year-old king with prestige of 34. You know what, if I married into Castor, I could actually get a personal union with them quite easily. No, they're too... That would wipe out a Castor, though. Oh, that is very tempting. You know what? Let's play the political game, or the diplomatic game. I don't often do this. We'll see if we can get yet another personal union, because that would be kind of hilarious. Oh, they wouldn't want a union with us anyway. Yeah, fine. What were you doing? You were raising relations with you, which I definitely need to keep up. It's now above 100, so it's more or less safe, but still, I'd rather have more. How's AE doing? I don't really care about Scania and Prussia. It's these ones that I'm worried about. Because this would be a war where I could potentially get a big chunk of territory, but it would also cost me a lot of aggressive expansion. I think I'm burning it down pretty much as quickly as I can right now too. Why do I check that? Yeah. What else reduces it? Oh, influence. -20. So that would actually be -30% AE. You could expand really quickly with influence as Brancaster. Have any of you actually tried playing the save game I have hosted? It is in the description every time. I know at least one of you is. If you have been playing it, let me know what you think. Like, is it any more interesting? Is it any better or worse balanced? We can recall you now. I've stopped claiming. More claims. We need more claims. Königsberg. A little bit of geography. Like, if you imagine how big Russia is, like, it's huge. Real world Russia, massive. That little bit is also Russia, Königsberg, known as Kaliningrad. If you look at a map, you will see a tiny little exclave right there. And that's because after World War II, when Russia rolled over, they did take Königsberg, which was at one stage the capital of Prussia. And they did not relinquish it. It's still theirs. And my Russian friend told me it's an absolute dive. So I'm sorry for anyone who actually lives in Kaliningrad, but that's just what I'm told by another Russian. I don't know if there's some kind of Russian bias going on there. There might be. We have 2 more cores. We can now start converting. It's going to mean a bunch of rebels, and in fact we have 2 at 90, so let's bump you up to maximum maintenance once again. We'll split you up a little. Where are these rebels going to appear? Marienburg, Danzig, and everywhere. Aha! We have Magdeburg, and another 3,000 men for free, which is lovely. I'm going to attach you to them, I think, because you have the extra cannon. No, you have the extra cannon. You're 2 infantry short. So I'm going to give the cavalryman... No, not that. Bugger. That's building more. Did not mean to build more. Let me cancel you. What I was trying to do was split you, but I can't because you're moving. Right. You. There. So one army has slightly more cavalry and one army has slightly more artillery, which is totally fine. But they have the same amount of infantry. So I'm happy with that. That's fine. Now I'm just waiting for these rebellions to appear. This one has ended. War exhaustion is good enough. We're still 4 under our force limit, but we are losing money now when we have our full army up and running. And there in fact are the rebels in Danzig, and that's a lot of them. So let's go and reinforce. Danzig is not a fort, so we'll wait until it's maybe about just over halfway, because we're next to it. Then we'll go and intercept, and then that means that you guys should arrive just in time to actually win the battle for us. Although we are winning it quite handily right now. Squish. Marvellous. Okay, let's grab you and move you back over there. Consolidate and consolidate. Shift consolidate, that is, not just consolidate. Who are our allies? Polcaster, let's start doing some more in relations with you, and Susdal, just to keep you sweet. So you really like us. Speaking of which, what do they owe us? And we need to say what land we're after as well. 7 favours, 50 trust. Well, they really trust us, that's good. 53 trust, 46 favours. Polcaster owes us big time, so we could definitely call them into some wars in the future. Mirtacaster, mostly about the trust, not so many favours. Okay. And we need to claim some more territories, but before I do that, I want to click on you and see what you want. See, we're going to be struggling over this one, so this will be end relations penalty if I try and claim that, but I'm not going to claim Memel or Ortelsburg in that case, or I might go for Memel. Yeah, I think I'll just go for those 4. So I think the maximum you can have is 4 overlaps. They don't currently have any more, like over here in Germany. I could actually claim those 2 now. It's only the red ones that matter, it's not the yellow. So now if we click on ourselves, we can go you, 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 you and you. In fact, I might just go for the whole block at this stage. No, that's fine. I want starred, I want that, I want that. Do I want to claim Memel? Because I'm just worried in case they decide to shift. Actually, no, they're not going to go after these, are they? They're only going to go after those 2, which is fine. I don't really... Actually, are those HRE? I'm not sure. We'll claim Memel. Because you don't want Plock, do you? No. I might as well claim it then. Because they might want it eventually, but I'm going to claim it first. And if they don't want to upset me, then they won't. Sorry, this isn't claiming. This is declaring territories of vital interest. So this is land that you really want. And actually, Poznan is theirs. So I don't want to claim Poznan, because that would really upset them. So this should reduce the problems between us. I mean, they are going to say they want Memel and Osterode, so that's going to raise. In fact, I can show you that right now. No, that's something else. Never mind. Okay, it doesn't show here. It's just in chance of alliance, and they will definitely break it if you have more than 4 overlaps, 4 or more. So that's something to keep in mind. Anyway, that is the end of this episode. I've run a little bit over, but not too much. So I'll stop there. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like and subscribe if you are enjoying this. As I asked before, if you're playing the save itself, do let me know like how that game's going. I'm kind of interested. If you have any tips or advice, as always, please do leave a comment, and I will catch you next time. Goodbye.